All hell breaks loose in the city of brotherly love. More details coming up on that. Just days after Cosby's release. And what is the 4th of July to the American Negro? In the city of so-called brotherly love, stormed yesterday by white supremacist hate group called the Patriot Front. The Patriot Front, based out of Texas, assembled in the evening of the 4th of July in the downtown Philadelphia area. Counter-protesters clashed with the group with minor injuries reported. Here's what happened in this live coverage.
Bitches, don't be bitches, show your face! Show your face! Oh man, show your face!
Taking a video, I'm taking a video.
Too scared to take the mask off. Too scared.
Shame! Fucking shame on you, piece of shit!
Too scared to
Fuck you!
Too scared to take the
Oh, you call my mama a bitch! I'll fuck you up!
Too scared to take the mask off.
Fuck
Ooh.
you,
Suck
piece
your
of
daddy's
shit!
shit.
Fuck you! Shame on you!
In his first couple of days after release from captivity, Bill Cosby had this to say.
To say, wait 1 second, this doesn't match up with the truth. This is not what I was taught in college. This is not what I was taught at home, etc., etc.
More news from King Black after this break. Did you know our dear brother by the name of Othu Wallace has been captured by the enemy and is now a political prisoner for standing up for his human rights? If not, you can support now his legal aid by typing www.westandforozone.com. Again, that's www.westandforozone.com. You can also write him a loving and kind letter of support by writing him at Othu Wallace, inmate number 1088214, P.O. Box 30, Pineless Park, Florida, zip code 33781. And again, his name is Othu Wallace, his inmate number is 1088214, the address is P.O. Box 30, and the city is Pineless Park, Florida. The zip code is 33781. Thanks all for your cooperation. Yesterday marked the 91st birthday of the Nation of Islam. Also, today marks the 179th year of the famous Frederick Douglass speech, "What to the American slave is your 4th of July?" The descendants of slaves expressed themselves captive in America as it relates to the 4th of July in 2021.
So many black people in America have always had an interesting view on 4th of July.
I don't necessarily look at it as my holiday.
There was no independence for African Americans.
I don't necessarily celebrate the 4th of July.
We were never free and or equal.
Independence Day commemorates the passage of the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776. It announced the freedom of the 13 North American colonies from Great Britain, but the newly independent nation still held black people in captivity.
At one point, you're declaring your freedom, and at another point, you're enslaving people.
My people were going through a very traumatic time, and that the fight for freedom, liberty, and justice for black people continued.
And I look at the fact that we were 3/5 of the Constitution of the United States. We were not considered whole.
On July 5th, 1852, abolitionist Frederick Douglass gave a speech at an event commemorating the signing of the Declaration of Independence. In part, he states, "This 4th of July is yours, not mine. You may rejoice, I must mourn."
Our forefathers decided to really get independence and become a place for freedom. Now, when we look at it in real time and then in history, we show that our country and our practices have fallen short.
Some Americans do feel absolutely free. I don't think that is a feeling that African Americans necessarily feel. We're still fighting for those same freedoms that the 13 colonies fought for in 1776.
When I see our African American males being killed and law enforcement not being held responsible, yes, to me, that's a disconnect. Juneteenth in my family was more like the 4th of July. It's an opportunity for us to introduce those storytelling to our babies so they can understand the history of the African American community.
Juneteenth is a federal holiday celebrated on June 19th each year to commemorate the end of slavery in the U.S. On June 19, 1865, Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas to announce that more than 250,000 enslaved Black people in the state were free by executive decree.
We do recognize the 4th of July, but we have more of a connection with Emancipation Proclamation.
I celebrated Juneteenth this year like I've never celebrated before. Juneteenth was special to me and all the people who died to get us this far.
That was the holiday that I knew was the true meaning of freedom for, my ancestors and my people. We can celebrate the 4th of July, but let's just be honest about what it is and what it isn't.
I always respected the flag. It is a symbol of justice. It is a symbol of constant social change and trying to do better.
When I see that American flag, I see it as a symbolic gesture of freedom, but that freedom is yet to be seen by some of us. But the dream still lives.
Always remember to accept your own and be yourself. Until next time.